What's up, 10 Scale Squad? Ethan's in the house. You saw the thumbnail. You read the description. We're gonna do it. So here it is. This is the version 3 ArrmaTyphon Mega. Obviously this comes with a brushed system, but check out some of these headlines. The version 3 has all kinds of new upgraded goodies inside. So this thing, unlike the previous generation, this thing should be ready for a big old brushless system right out of the box. So we're gonna run this in the stock configuration. I do have big plans for this thing that you will see later. This thing is gonna get totally overhauled. But first, we're gonna run what we brung. We're gonna run it on 2S, and then I think we should see how it does on 3S. What do you think? Is it gonna blow up?
Yeah, we'll melt something down.
Melt something down. I brought my GPS speedometer, so we're gonna see how fast it goes. And yeah, give it a 10 scale score. Let's do it. We're running this bad boy on a 2S LiPo today. It is worth mentioning that this does come with a nickel metal hydride battery as well as a little charger to get you going. Also, the brushless Creighton doesn't come with a battery or a charger. No. Just saying. You know, so you get a little bit more value with your $220 than you would with the $300 one, I'd say. But if you're anything like us, you take the nickel metal hydride battery and the charger and you bin it.
Trash.
Yeah. Alright guys, it's time for the never before attempted double jump. Ethan's gonna hit the first ramp, shoot the gap onto the second jump, and then send it off into the distance. Let's do it. See guys, I have been telling you, with a little bit of imagination, you can have a boatload of fun with this thing. And I've been saying it forever, hashtag brushed motors matter. Don't be scared off if you're looking at a rig that isn't brushless and 3S, blah, blah, blah. Some of the most fun we've had have been with cheap, low power bashers. How fast does it go? I'll hold it, ish. Now, why would you buy a 2S Mega brushed version as opposed to the BLX version? Now, there's no question that the 3S brushless BLX version is great value for money, but if you're anything like me, you like to tinker and kind of put your own electronics in it, and you know, for $220, you're getting the whole truck right here, and this thing is brushless ready, so you can put whatever kind of brushless system you want in it. You can go big, you know, put a 4S system in it. I actually have a Typhon that I can run 4S in, and it runs pretty good. Yeah, definitely not the fastest thing on its stock brushed motor. But you know, if you're just getting into it, or you know, this might be your first RC, there's nothing wrong with the brushed motor at all. And it's a great way to get the chassis and build on it from there. All right, should we see how fast it went? Take your guesses. I'm gonna guess 19. No.
I was gonna say 17.
Okay, I'll go 19. Ethan's got 17. We're gonna see. So it says
16.
16. You were closer. Boom. So, not a speed demon, obviously, with its brush setup. This is just a good platform to put your own electronics in it. This is a good donor vehicle, basically. So now you know what time it is. We're gonna put a 3S battery in this thing, and we're not sure what's gonna happen. Now, Ethan thinks that the motor is probably gonna go up in smoke, and I kind of do too, but I have a 12-turn Arrma motor in my Everest 10 crawler, and that thing handles 3S just fine. Granted, it's geared a lot lower than this, but who knows? I think that we're probably gonna nuke the ESC, but there's only one way to find out. We're gonna throw a 3S battery in it, a big chungus too. This is a 6,000 milliamp 80C big boy. We'll see what happens. All right, so we just turned it on. We got the 3 beeps. So far, so good. It didn't go up in smoke instantly. Ooh, she got some jam. Ooh, she's got some jam. Don't overheat it yet. Let's get a speed run out of it. All right, place your bets. What do you think's gonna fail first, and how fast do you think it's gonna go? Oh, she's got some jam. She's got way more jam. That's wound out for sure. Okay. What do you think?
26.
26? 20.
23.
All right, so on a 3S, this thing goes about as fast as a Traxxas Bandit, a stock brushed Traxxas Bandit that's 2-wheel drive. So we went from 16 to 23. We ran that thing on 3S. Now, granted, we only ran it for just a few minutes, and it was pretty hot.
It was nuclear hot.
Nuclear hot, and we decided to just end it there. But it did it. So would I recommend it? No, not really. Yeah, you're going faster, but you gotta imagine that's gotta be pretty hard on those electronics. So there's really only one thing left to do, and that's to give it a 10th scale score. Starting with speed, and the Typhon is slow. We only managed to get in the low 20s with this thing on a 3S battery that really stressed the system. Definitely not a speed demon, and it gets a 2 out of 10. Next up is the transmitter. Now, the Spectrum STX2 transmitter gets a lot of hate online. Honestly, for a brush system, it's okay. For a brushless system, it's not acceptable. This one's decent. It has basic functions, and it gets the job done. Overall, it's about average for a ready to run, and it gets a 5 out of 10. Value is decent for this one. Name another 1/8 scale 4-wheel drive buggy from one of the biggest names in the game for less than $250, and I'll take this one back. But this is great value for money. Battery, charger, transmitter, everything that you need to go out and bash for less than $250. Great value. It gets an 8 out of 10. Quality and durability, again, is high. I own 8 Arrma vehicles, and the Mega line is some of the most dependable, rugged ones out of the bunch. The only issues that I've really had with these are regular things like A-arms. And granted, you can get an RPM upgrade for these for like $10, and these things are bulletproof, easy to work on, great quality. It gets another 8 out of 10. Parts availability, again, is high. A lot of local hobby shops are starting to carry parts for these Arrma vehicles, and with just a few seconds of searching online, you can get all the spares and upgrades for these things with minimal effort. We're talking Amazon Prime, 2-day free shipping. Sign me up. It gets another 8 out of 10. The fun factor for this one is relatively low. Yeah, it's a lot of fun and really durable, but the speed really lets it down. If this thing was, maybe twice as fast, then we're talking. Good for a beginner, but if you're an advanced RC enthusiast, not really. It gets a 4 out of 10. And the looks department, you're just going to get my own general opinion. I think this thing looks awesome. In fact, the green paint on this one is my favorite out of all the Typhons. It's probably one of my favorite buggies at the moment, and compared to other buggies in the similar price range, I think this one looks the best. There are some kind of cheesy parts about it, and overall, it gets a 7 out of 10. Add it all up, and the 10th scale score is 42 out of 70. All right, guys, what do you think? Are you gonna pick up a Mega? Do you have a Mega? I've got big plans for this one, and you're gonna see it real soon. So, if this is your first time checking out the channel, welcome. I'm glad you found it. We like to do RC shenanigans like this all the time, and we've got some cool stuff coming up, so you're gonna wanna stick around. All right, guys, until next time, V for victorious. Throwing up gang signs.
This way, my body's screaming out your name. Didn't wanna say goodbye to you, but you're gone.